How's it going, folks? It's quite fitting actually that I'm posting this video today because the first part of it was shot over a month ago, just before the rain from the floods arrived. Today's just an afternoon thunderstorm, something normally more common through summer here, not through autumn or our fall season, but yeah, anyway. Yeah, the video is just a bit of a gander at looking at the Butcherbirds and a little bit of an update on the mess down the back, which I'll catch you up on after this first bit. Mealworm time at the farm. These are the two baby Butcherbirds we have. And White Wings is over there. White Wings has always been a bit iffy about us. I'm moving the phone, aren't I, Bubbers? But there are some grubs left, I think. Oh, there's one there on the table. How about I get some more for you? So we have a load of the grubs in here. Bianca was just saying it's funny that Mum, we call her Lady, isn't really into the grubs. But, oh, is that Mum? Yeah, that's Mum there. Come on. Pop them down on the table. Oops. We'll see if they come over. Mum prefers the meaty treats we give them. I think that's leave these alone, they're mine. Mum's sitting back. I think she's just happy they're feeding themselves for once. Oh, I thought you folks might be interested in this. But Bianca was saying they've survived long enough, we should probably give them some names. So the one on the left there, we're thinking of calling Stripe. Not too sure about the other one. There's some noisy plovers flying by. What are you doing, sweetie? I'll get you some meaty treats, hey? But these guys, they really do... Oh, they've hoovered them down already. Yeah, well, that's enough for today. We'll get you some meaty treats, hey? Here comes Bianca to the rescue. There we go, and Lady will be straight onto them. Here we go. It's Mum, feed me time. Feed me, Mum. And you can bugger off. One of them will quite happily feed themselves. That's Stripe, we think, the one that just flew off. Whereas this other one, I think Mum's getting ready to... Oh no, it's just stuck on a little hook. These guys are actually called Butcherbirds because the way they disembody or butcher their prey. There's what is it? I did a thing. I made a thing, the Aussie YouTuber. Yeah, he's actually... I made a thing, yeah. He's actually got a little segment showing how Butcherbirds treat their prey. I love that sound. Well, if you learn how to feed yourself, you wouldn't have to worry about making that sound, fella. Yeah, that one there's Stripe. I think Stripe will end up being the friendly one. So... yeah. Funnily enough though, I think looking at the chest though, the noisy bugger. There we go, there's its name, noisy bugger. Noisy bugger is a little bit larger than Stripe, I think maybe because Stripe is fending for itself. And this one here, still being spoon fed by Mum. And off she goes, she's had enough. And the noise stops. Isn't that funny? Anyway, while we're here, here's a bit of a look at the deck. The mint's looking a bit scraggly. That's it just over there. The basil is pretty much all done. We've stripped it numerous times and it's starting to look like a bit of a skeleton. So we'll start trimming that back very soon. Actually, what I might do is I might pull that whole bed apart and video turning it into a proper wicking bed because... yeah, they're not working too well. They're actually gathering a lot of water in the base legs. Sorry, fella. So, yeah, but the rest of the plants up here, the ginger and the small black turmeric we have is going well there. That one there is very green. Whereas this one over here, I neglected to water. And as you can see, it suffered a little bit of distress, and we ended up with some browning of the edges of the greenery itself. But yeah, it should, you know, still survive, bounce back. And down there, the Queensland arrowroot has been hammered a bit by the recent weather. So anything on the outside is just falling over. So I'm going to chop them down soon and use them as green mulch under the mango tree. Just around the papaya down the back and the gingers and turmeric we have growing out of the ground. But Mr. Python, the carpet python, haven't seen him since posting the video the other day. Oh, and apparently Bianca wants me to remove the pigeon pea. We got a couple of feral pigeon peas. I'm going to wait for them to set some pea pods, whatever, peas, pods, beans, legume pods, and then I'll pull them out later on. And I've just got some plants I pulled out from the aquaponics down there, just letting the roots dry out. As you can see, it's not working too well with the rain at the moment. But yeah, just so I can reclaim the clay. So yes, it's bucketing down yet again, but I don't think it's going to cause any flooding issues. Still haven't taken the tarp down from where we were holding the covering the generator, I should say. Just down there, the Queensland arrowroot still hasn't been moved out. I need to get down there, chop it down, and mulch it up a bit using a machete and pop it down the back there underneath the mango tree, I think. But yeah, it's just been really hectic here with a few bits and pieces going on with extended family members and such, and I basically haven't done anything in the yard but muck around with the aquaponics down there, which is looking super green, especially that sweet potato, and working on the downloads for the aquaponics. So hopefully after this weekend things will slow down a bit. If Bianca feels a little bit better, she's got a little bit of a lurgy at the moment, she'll come out and give us a hand, and we'll get rid of at least those Queensland arrowroot, that pigeon pea there, and we need to start working on the front yard as well. So yeah, as for the bits and pieces up here, we lost the time. The basil is still here. We still had a few nice little flushes of green on it, so we were taking little bits and pieces off and using it. But I think what we might do is pull it down and actually shoot a video about wicking these up, because I've had a few people say that they bought them from the local chain hardware here and would like to turn them into wicking beds. I've seen someone try and turn it into a hydroponics bed actually. But the rest of the plants here are going okay. The mint, still using the mint. You know, it's one of those things that'll keep growing and growing. And as you can see, we've stripped it back a bit, so it's looking a bit ugly. Down here, the ginger. We've been harvesting the ginger, little bits and pieces here and there as we need them. Actually took out a nice section earlier for Bianca. She's making her first batch of faux from scratch. Actually, I told a fib. Folks, what's it called, Bianca?
Shoyu ramen.
Shoyu ramen. So it's got a little bit of kombu or seaweed in there. Sorry, kelp. Some garlic, which is, I think, almost the last of what we had from last season.
Yes.
And
our ginger.
Our ginger.
Chicken stock.
Chicken stock and
pork bones.
Pork bones. So yeah, anyway, back to the rest of the video. So she's been pinching a little bit of that, and I've been throwing it in my beef broth as well, just to add a little bit of extra goodness. So there you go, folks, just a bit of a quick catch up. I do have the live stream tomorrow morning that will be, well, tomorrow morning our time I should say, maybe tonight your time if you're over in the States. That will be just on YouTube. There'll be a link below to that one. And there's also the supporters hangout on the weekend as well, and I'll pop links to that below as well for you YouTube folks, and also the farm your own yard people who are patronising us over there. But anyway, I'm going to cut it short, try and get this uploaded and finish off my beef broth. I do hope you're all well and happy, and I will catch you tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers all, take it easy.